What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today I'm going to show you how to use your SQ800 series for a studio setup. So let's say I have a studio where I have a live room and a separate room with my mixers and everything else. But let's say I wanted to make the connection from the microphones in my live room to the inputs on the mixer in the mixing room. What I can do is install some input wall jacks in my live room and then make the connection from there into the inputs of my mixer. To do that, I can use these snake cables here. That is if I have 1/4-inch outputs coming from the wall jacks. So now let's say I wanted to record my drums, right? And I wanted to use 8 microphones to record my drums. I'm going to take the microphones that I have set up around my kit and plug them into the input wall jacks. I can then connect from the outputs of my wall jacks into the inputs of my mixer using the snake cables. So using one end of my snake cables, I can match from the outputs into the inputs 1 for 1. So I can use 1/4-inch cable number 1 here to connect from the output of input 1 of the wall jack. Then I can take number 1 from the other end of the snake cable and plug it into input 1 on my mixer. And then I can follow suit with the rest. So number 2 goes from output 2 of the wall jack, and then I can take the other end, number 2 over here, and plug that into input 2 on my mixer, and so on and so forth. If you ever get confused, just remember each end is color-coded and labeled, so you can match 1 to 1, 2 to 2, etc. Also be mindful of the space that you're making the connection in. So if your wall jack is further away from your mixer, you might want to get the 12-foot version of the snake cable. For shorter connections, like connecting a patch bay to a compressor, you can use a small snake like this 3-foot version here. And then we have the 6-foot version for mid-range connections. You can also use these snake cables to connect outboard gear like compressors, EQs, etc. So let's say I wanted to connect a compressor to an EQ. I'm gonna take my snake cable. I can take one end of the snake cable, look for 1/4-inch number 1, and connect this cable to the output of the compressor. Then I can take the other end of the snake cable and plug 1/4-inch number 1 into the input of the EQ. And if those pieces of gear are close together, I can use the 3-foot version of the snake cable. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to use your SQ800 series in your studio setup. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry from Rockville, and we'll see you guys next time.